I'm Jason Modica,
My name is Brian Drummy, and I am the
co-founder
of
the RUSHLINE Company.
the RUSHLINE Company. I hope to just create a conversation. I think that the great question of my generation of theater makers is how can we challenge our audiences like the people before us did and not get sucked into the kind of dead theater that only creates theater for money. I sometimes go to theater and I don't feel anything. And I think that's really disturbing. I think that's how theater becomes obsolete.
Producing work that doesn't pander. I want you to either passionately love it or passionately hate it.
To make theater that's more than just pleasing, but engaging and thought-provoking and challenging.
Something where you go out for drinks with your friends afterwards and you don't want to stop talking about it. You want to continue the conversation that was being had on stage.
People aren't seeing theater, and it's because it's inaccessible and uninteresting. Because you're appealing to the people who have money, but 20 years from now, the people who will have money are gonna not really be interested in seeing theater.
Hey, my name is Ken Greller. I wrote the play Troll. So Troll is a play about Ari, a internet journalist who discovers the identity of a Reddit troll and struggles with whether or not to reveal him in the wake of his own personal and professional crises.
Troll, I think, really taps into theater that is about our generation, that appeals to millennials. I feel like that kind of person doesn't necessarily see themselves reflected on stage often. I think it's important to make theater accessible.
Troll became sort of this obsession for me. I got really, really fascinated with the story of Adrian Chen, who at the time was a writer and editor for Gawker.com, who unmasked Violentacrez, this man named Michael Brutch, who was sort of the biggest troll in the history of the web. There's no question that what Violentacrez and any internet troll was doing or does or continue to do is completely evil and disgusting, but he was a guy whose life was completely ruined by this journalist. I think also what's so disturbing to me about trolls is the tool that is the internet. It's such a powerful force for good, but it's also such a way that we can hurt each other.
I think we're starting to see the Wild West era of the internet disappear. Congress is starting to legislate content and bandwidth. You're starting to see the freedom of the internet begin to slip away. And it's this massive collection of information and people and ideas that you can't really harness.
Ken is like Brendan Jacob Jenkins and Joshua Harmon and Annie Baker, these playwrights who are finding our generation's voice and injecting them into really exciting and powerful drama that doesn't seek to please you, but seeks to challenge how you look at your life and at the world around you.
We'd like to do the production that honors Ken's work, and it deserves a full-scale off-Broadway production.
In order to do that, we have to raise about $20,000.
Producing new theater in New York is really hard, especially without some huge institution behind you. This is a place with limited resources, very expensive real estate.
We want to be able to rehearse in a space that is conducive to us doing our best work. We want to be able to perform the show with the technical requirements necessary to tell this story in the most vibrant and exciting way. Raise the money necessary to pay our designers and give them the budget necessary to fully realize their artistic visions and not just our own. Because theater is a collaborative art form that goes beyond the rehearsal room.
While I've found a lot of artists who I really love and respect in New York, it's not been my experience that there's a wealth of opportunities to just make stuff.
$200 would pay for an actor's salary. $100 would pay for rehearsal space for a day. $20 would pay to Xerox a copy of the script for an actor, so every little bit helps.
What we sort of do need is more companies like the RUSHLINE Company that are producing new works one at a time, that are just kind of trying to make good project after good project rather than working towards a season. And if we want more new plays, we need more new companies to produce those new plays.
You can get involved by making a tax-deductible donation by visiting our Facebook, Twitter, or our website at www.therushlinecompany.org.
We'd love to have you on board.